Welcome back to the Citizens Defending Freedom show. Coming up today, have you heard about the massive success of the movie Sound of Freedom, which brought in a whopping $40 million in its first weekend? Plus, we will celebrate the banning of transgender bathroom use in Tarrant County, Texas, and we'll talk about the amazing turnout at the Jesus March in Seattle. All of that and more ahead on today's show. But first, before we get started, head to our website, citizensdefendingfreedom.com, and hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any of our content. We want to take the time today to highlight the movie The Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom follows the life of Tim Ballard, a special agent who quit his job to rescue children who have been sex trafficked in other countries. After rescuing a boy from ruthless child traffickers, a federal agent learns the boy's sister is still captive and decides to embark on a dangerous mission to save her. According to Variety, The Sound of Freedom, which brought in $40 million in its first weekend, had one of the best opening weekends for a faith-based film in recent years. The film was created by Angel Studios, the same studio that released the Christian miniseries The Chosen beginning in 2017, and the film His Only Son earlier this year. I don't know about you, but I'm planning on watching this movie very soon. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Citizens Defending Freedom members, along with True Texas Project and local community members, a school district in Tarrant County has banned transgender bathrooms and the usage of pronouns that do not align with biological sex. The Keller ISD School Board mandated that only biological boys could use boys' bathrooms and that only biological girls could use girls' bathrooms. The school's pronoun usage policy has also been updated and now ensures that employees of the district will not promote or require the use of pronouns that are inconsistent with an individual's biological sex as it appears on the individual's birth certificate. The Keller ISD School Board passed the measure on June 28th with a vote of 5-0, with one member abstaining and another absent. If you are interested in how you can help change policies at your local school board, Citizens Defending Freedom has an in-depth Title IX toolkit created by our attorneys to educate concerned citizens on exactly what is and is not allowed under Title IX. You can visit citizensdefendingfreedom.com/protect-children to find the toolkit and use it in your own community. Here's what Tarrant County Executive Director Kenya had to say about how this came to be.
Well, I think it started back several election cycles ago when the community started to see the woke agenda being pushed down their kids' throats, and so they started flipping school board seats in this particular district. And so that set the stage. So now we have good school board trustees who understand that that agenda is not good for our kids. And so when they were faced with a decision, when they had pressure from students and even parents and the ACLU to allow girls who identified as boys or boys who identified as girls into the bathroom that was not equivalent to their biological sex, then this school was ready, and we were providing them with Title IX resources, and it shared very specifically what the precedent was, what Title IX covers, and how the fact that they're trying to say that we have to allow gender identity to be an option or to be a consideration is unconstitutional, because that has not gone through our legislature, and it has to do that first. So we gathered some people. We had supplied the school board and the superintendent with all the resources of Title IX through email, and we followed it up with attending a school board meeting and speaking about Title IX and about bathrooms and about women's sports, girls' sports. And in doing so, we've been doing this around the county. In doing so, we did receive feedback from some school boards thanking us. They're very appreciative. But that gave them the legal grounds to do what they knew was right to do for these kids. And the board voted. There was one trustee in Keller that was not there. He was out of town. One abstained from the vote, which I find very cowardice. And the other trustees all voted in favor of requiring a birth certificate when it comes to these situations.
How big of a win is this for Tarrant County?
It's huge, because we knew this was coming, And so we prepared school districts in advance with Title IX facts and information of what they were required to do and what was not part of Title IX. And what's not part of Title IX is allowing boys into girls' bathrooms or any gender identity type situation. And this is protecting girls. So the fact that we had not only one win in Keller ISD, but another win at the Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts, we have now busted open that door, and school boards everywhere in Tarrant County, at least maybe even the nation, are going to not feel pressured by organizations like the ACLU where they're manipulating information. So the kids are going to be protected, and that is the main goal, is protecting the kids.
Thank you, Kenya. And in our final story today, we are pleased to share how God is moving throughout the country. Have you heard of the Jesus March? Over 25,000 believers from all across Seattle came together to march on June 17th for the Lord. The streets were full of people walking while praying and worshiping. Unlike many recent gatherings among groups of non-Christians in the Northwest, you might be surprised to learn that the Jesus March resulted in zero property damage, looting, destruction, or overall chaos. Citizens in cities like Portland and San Francisco are reportedly worried that similar Christian marches may soon break out in their mostly peaceful utopias. All kidding aside, a group called March for Jesus also hosts similar events. Last year, it held marches in Virginia, Tennessee, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. Take a look and see if a Jesus March will be coming to a city near you at unitedrevival.org and godtv.com. As you can see from today's show, Christian Americans are standing up to protect their values, and the tide is shifting in our direction. At Citizens Defending Freedom, our goal is to help Christians stand up for their values in their communities, and our efforts are working. There are plenty of reasons to remain optimistic about the future of our country. Before we go, we want to leave you with our inspirational Bible verse of the week. This week's verse is Psalms 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in him. As you can see, Citizens Defending Freedom is doing important work. Help us today in our fight to protect children and push back against radical ideologies. Please visit citizensdefendingfreedom.com, where you can learn more about our organization and generously contribute to our cause. Have a great day, and make sure to like us on social media and tell your friends about the great things we're doing. God bless.